Every time there is a gathering at the NUP headquarters, we see snipers around, we see the UPDF, we see the SFC. One of the signs that we are under a military rule is when every political settlement is settled by the army, not even the police. I've realized that whenever BOBI WINE is having a gathering at the NUP headquarters, we see the UPDF, not even the police. And it is so unfortunate. There is an image which is being built to show NUP as a terrorist organization so that they can orchestrate chaos and violence against this party. And to show that there is this effort by the regime, BOBI WINE came out with a tweet, and he came out to say, we're holding a party event at the National Unity Platform headquarters, and this is how much they have deployed all around, as though we are in a war zone. Their fear is greater than their wickedness. I quote. BOBI WINE is coming out to say that they fear a lot. Their fear is more than their wickedness. This regime is wicked. This regime abducts people. This regime beats political contenders. And it came on the platform of fighting for human rights. You know, I feel bad that the regime that once stood for human rights, that fought human rights violations, is the same regime that's doing exactly the same towards its masses. So in this episode, I've come to talk about why the UPDF and security organs are used to settle political settlements, what it means for our country, and most importantly, the study materials you can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to show that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, we are under a military family rule. And I've always done several videos to show you that we're under a military rule because the military is used to settle political scores. Remember, at the formation of the NUP party, the then CDF was called in court as a witness on how they had the plan to take away the NUP party. The then CDF was David Mohoz. It was so unfortunate. But the army has one of the good brains, but they are being used to settle politics. David Mohoz is one such a brain. Okay? But one wise man came out to say, even if you are wise and your brain is used, okay, in a stupid way, your wisdom ceases to exist. This is what's happening. One day I remember when, in the initial stages of the NUP, Muhanga, one of the contingent commander, I think he was from Congo, he was used to tear gas BOBI WINE at One Love Beach, Busawala. Tear gassing One Love Beach, Busawala. We don't see this in bigger democracies. Imagine a general of America. Just imagine if he would go to tear gas a political contender and opponent. How does it look like? So even these generals, wise as they are used to settle stupid political scores, which is not supposed to be the case. They put our mighty army in political settlements. And I keep on telling people that every time the army is used to settle political scores is a risk for disaster. That is a catalyst of different cause, because you show your juniors that they can enter in politics. They can charter political waters without following the constitution. One of these days, Mohoz normally comes out to say he can crush oppositions, etc. But he doesn't know that he's teaching his juniors. Coups happen like that. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape when the army was being used to settle political scores, when BOBI WINE was having a gathering at the NUP. Here's the tape. That is the UPDF. It's so unfortunate that the UPDF was around, not even the police. The duties of the police to keep law and order. If they anticipated that they are going to be disorder, the police would have been around, not police, not the UPDF. And all those people were wearing masks, cavaliers. That means even if they do a very bad thing, they cannot be traced. Some of these officers don't even have name tags. This is how a rogue regime operates. Okay? The good thing, the leader of the NUP, BOBI WINE NUP, tells us to use our cameras. That's why they normally put on masks. If indeed they are doing the right thing, why are they now putting on masks? Tell me. In fact, let me also add you more pictures of them surrounding the headquarters. Here's a tape. So those are the people surrounding the NUP headquarters. It only shows you how the regime is so thirsty to settle political scores, to settle political differences with the army. And I only laugh. Settling a political settlement with the army is the recipe of disaster, not only to the country, but even those in the regime. Obote settled a political disaster with his army commander, Amin. Amin was the first person to overthrow Obote. It is the truth. Okay? So settling a political discourse, we are only inviting rogue soldiers to enter politics. And they will enter politics to dislodge the same regime. I pray not for it to happen, but you are inviting it. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, employ to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you.
Nange benjagala obulungi.